Hi Virgo, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, maybe you're dealing with a Virgo and the message is really just for you. So take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind these are general and timeless readings. Man, if you guys are wanting to check out any of my services, my website is linked down below. Or you can jump over to Instagram and follow me over there. I just post a bunch more things on quantum physics and crazy things that I play around with over there. So you can jump over if you want to. Totally up to you, of course. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you've supported the channel. Let's jump into this message. Okay. There are so many eclipse cards in this deck, it's not even funny. It's really weird how they come out. I'm guessing they have like different quantum mechanics to each one. I don't really know, but I do find that really interesting that that happens. Okay, so you have the eclipse. This could have been tied to the eclipse, but I want to say that in some really trippy way, something could be playing out that is whatever came up around the eclipse. It's going to be different for all of you, but it was a very significant experience. Like pretty much it was like this accumulation of shadow that had grown within you, and now it's coming up in some kind of situation. You might be finding yourself amidst this very emotionally, chemically charged situation. I don't know, it's going to be different for all of you because that's kind of what it's talking about. Eclipses say that you don't have anything. Something became illuminated, but I still feel as though there's aspects that are kind of hidden, and like that's how you're navigating through some kind of situation. The two cards that came up, because you might be very ultra conscious of manifestation, and we have this imperfection. Okay. All right. Your thoughts are very powerful, as you guys know. Technically, you are represented by the Magician, so you are a manifestation master. Always, but maybe a little bit stronger at this time. We have this imperfection, which I think is hilarious. It has come out for like 3 signs so far, which is kind of surprising because there's quite a few cards in that deck. So the fact that it would be coming out, maybe there's something going on in the collective that people are starting to pay attention. Either like I was even thinking about this for the other person that got this card, but I didn't mention this, is that if there are imperfections that you're perceiving about another, it's possible they could be internal projections of your own shadow state or insecurities that you have about your own imperfections. I think that those are subtle expressions of the vasopressin hormone, as nerdy as that sounds. I really do think, you know, your thoughts and your personality expressions are really just like your hormonal, like energetic combinations or patterns. So that's how they're coming up in some kind of situation, possibly a relationship. But yours is talking about right now you just manifested something, and you might be realizing maybe there's this highlight of imperfections, possibly in another human, but there could be this like interesting reflection going on, and there'll be a lot of things that continue to pop up because whatever is taking place, this manifestation, something came in. Okay, like maybe it was more than likely your own manifestation. Like you're a part of some kind of dynamic at this time, and you're probably going to go through phases of emotions with this eclipse. Oh, isn't it funny? I'm like talking about these expressions and you have the Fox P2. I love when this card comes out. It's one of my favorites. So Fox P2 is an actual genetic expression, or it's like a protein molecule linked to the vocal cords. So it can talk about that if there are abnormalities going on in Fox P2, it can alter the communication. So it can cause like either miscommunications or communication issues, or manipulative communications, like gaslighting, I think is. I have my own theories, which I can't prove, but that FOXP2 is somehow linked to gaslighting and maybe even alcohol abuse or sugar abuse. I don't know, I've got too many theories, but that's all it is. Okay, so this is what's going on. You've got this eclipse here. Okay, so something could have come up to the surface. There could be certain things going on in communications. Maybe you're even seeing a particular person or noticing some imperfections. I don't know what that's talking about. Stratopause is a transition. So it could be saying you're making a transition in some way in your life. Maybe this is, oh, that could have what? Okay. So this is what it's telling me. Something specific came up around the eclipse. There were some communications that came out. In fact, I actually feel like whatever came out from the eclipse, you feel like it was a big misunderstanding, or that could have been what was happening. I think when it comes to you and another person, there could have been some misinterpretations. Like one person was reading things one way and like it turned into some kind of mess. Okay, with the communications and interpretations. And that's something about this imperfection. Like maybe noticing like everyone's not perfect, you know, that could be coming up in some kind of situation. But there's all sorts of crazy stuff going on in your reading, I guess, on a chemical nature. We have density and optical doubles. Wow, like this is really interesting because this density is feeling like almost like a gravitational force. It's something that feels very dense and heavy. And this optical doubles, the actual definition of it, not even making this up, this can be where you are realizing right now at this time that you and another energy are either not aligned or like you don't have the same, you could be going in different directions. A lot of the times this happens either with like family members or friendship. It could be any kind of relationship, but I think what also can be super conflicting is when it happens with friendships. Because friendships are this completely different level of whatever. Like maybe you're even separating from a group situation. It's going to be different for all of you. But there's something here about feeling aligned with another energy or feeling like you're on the same path, but they're going in opposite directions, which I find like, so that could be coming up in some way. I will tell you, especially for those of you, if there are like friendships or colleagues that are going through, maybe you guys are like, you're seeing right here that there's a particular energy in your life and it's like you guys just have very different either ways of thinking about something, but that could be causing some kind of conflict somewhere. And it's usually the uncomfortable things that tend to stand out the most. Is that not right? So maybe there's an energy coming in or trying to manifest you, and now you've like changed directions. Like you're kind of like, yeah, no, especially if it once was aligned, I almost want to say that vibrationally you just might feel like, okay, you know, I got what I needed from it. Okay, there's the Queen of Cups. Oh, that's why. So for some of you guys, look at this. There's the actual Virgo card that came out. I'm gonna take that. So we have at the top though came out the Tower card. Okay, that was the first one. So this is probably causing a transition for you. Like some kind of tower could have come up. I will tell you, since you guys are ruled by Mercury, you could have had some oppositions not too long ago. There's still things playing out from that. I don't think that it's really like something recent. This is connected to some kind of tower, okay? But it's like whatever came up recently, you could be preparing for a transition. Okay, it's just somewhere in your life. It's going to be different for all of you, and I'm not going to. Some of you guys, it could be about like living situation or a job. So take all of those into effect. But here's what was happening. We have the Five of Swords and we have the Queen of Cups. This is an empath. Generally, I mean, there's a whole crazy mess of things that happens in this dynamic. So I'm not going to completely paint this person as a victim, but I do think that this person has an energy that's like either holding on to them or, you know, like, isn't it funny? I was talking about the gaslighting. So there it is. There's the miscommunications or what's going on. If there's a person here that this could be you, Virgo. So I'm not totally sure which position you sit in because it's showing me that you are this. So you might be deep in introspection about some kind of water sign energy. Or like we always talk about, your opposite sign is Pisces. So this definitely can be talking about you. But you might be feeling like the wise thing to do is to do what you do, like introspect, the way that you kind of invert or like change around energy, because you're a mercurial energy. So you dissect information, but very different than a Gemini. You both are ruled by Mercury. I bring this up all the time, so I apologize for repeating this, but it's like, okay, how do I say this? Shamanama. So like you internalize things, and I have had many Virgos in my life, so I will try to break them down, but it's not easy, in fact. So because you have so much going on internally, it is hard to interpret Virgos, but you are very good at not reacting. Like, I would say Virgos are generally pretty good at that. And there's something going on in a particular situation where you're figuring out how to maneuver. Your intuition is very strong in navigating something, but it's like the Queen of Cups is highly intuitive. So your intuition keeps communicating with you about like, every time something happens in your experience that kind of sends a jolt of energy throughout your body, like maybe it's a pulse of adrenaline and cortisol with the tower, like there could be something going on where this other energy outside of you, it works by these energetic pulses. And it's kind of like, maybe the reason why it was so similar to how you were a child is you could have had a very explosive environment around you, and maybe there's something kind of energetic that has been programmed cellularly, because like the reason why Virgos get this whole, you know, that you are the hermit is that you kind of learn throughout your lifetime that other people try to do specific things to cause an energetic reaction from you. So maybe even this is too, that towers are coming in that feel kind of like shocking energy, and a part of you might go into a bit of a freeze state, you know, like when you get this jolt or something along those lines. But I do feel like you're kind of aware of that with a particular person's energy. So it's like, even if this is a side effect, okay, like for example, some of you guys, you might not directly be connected to some kind of energy that you could be in a power struggle with. You might not be directly connected to them, but you might be getting the aftermath effects of someone who is, okay? So if there's a energy here, like there's like a ripple effect that's taking place, and it's coming in through the communication. So you, maybe there's something here, it'd be wise to just go within and kind of invert your energy for the time being, because you might be dealing with a person here that's like kind of in the process of going through a supernova if you guys are not that energy. This person's going through, like, this person is like an energetic shock absorber because there's just certain things that are going on around this person. Oh, wow, look at there, your energy's right there. Look at that. Wow. See what I said about just these pulses? This is what it feels like, the adrenaline or anxiety. It comes in occasionally. It's either you or another person. But look at this. We've got the Page of Pentacles to the the King of Pentacles. So some of you guys, this definitely could be talking about work, and you might be building something financially to make sure you're very stable and secure. You might be stressed about a partnership, because that's the Nine of Swords and the Lovers. Isn't it funny I was mentioning all this stuff about Gemini? So some of you guys, I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini. It's very possible. I think you could be restless a little bit about the unexpected. Like, you never know what to expect, and it could be like involving some kind of partnership, but it looks all very positive. I don't think there's anything negative here. I really do think, like, so we have the Ten of Cups as the final outcome, which is, look at, you have, this has been happening occasionally. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups, which is like amazing. Some of you guys could be in a partnership. That's amazing if you are. I just think, Virgo, like, if you're having issues with a particular person, I think it would be very good to, like, disconnect from this person energetically, whatever that means for you. This, more than likely, this Queen of Cups, because, like, it's saying to keep your energy kind of separated from them. I do think you should do that, okay? Because, like, there's so much stuff that can happen through even a psychic level. Like, I'm not even joking. When it comes to Queen of Cups stuff, you guys would trip out. Like, it's really trippy stuff that can happen with intuitive things and entanglement. And this person, if they are full blown in a Queen of Cups energy, they're like way up in the ethers, meaning they're not, like, they might not have boundaries put in place right now. Like, water signs get this, and maybe you have this occasionally. When you lose your groundedness or you fall out of your routines, you go in to the emotional realm, and then you can be picking up on a lot of different frequencies. This is very legit stuff. I'm not just making this up. So maybe this is your own internal process, that there's an energy coming forward towards you. If this is about you, there's a like manipulative energy. So you've got a person here, like, water signs to me are like mirror neurons, like they're walking human mirror neurons, and they reflect, like a water reflects like an image. This person will do the same. And so if a person is coming across, like, even this person might be coming across with some toxic traits, but there's another force on the side of it, and they might be trying to disconnect from that energy, but like on an intuitive level or on an emotional level, they're mimicking what they're surrounded by. And this is very encompassing, like this is surrounding this person. So emotionally, there's like this entanglement going on. So that's why I'm kind of advising it will be good for you guys to just get really secure in your routines. Probably stay focused on what is real and grounded, because I'll tell you personally, being a water sign, getting too up in the emotional world can be very detrimental. But I think this is where things are gonna go well here. It looks like you've got this Ten of Pentacles, which looks like long-term stability, positive vibration here with the Sun. I really don't think you have anything to worry about. I'm saying that, like, just don't worry. I mean, even worrying is a very useless energy in general. So it's like that's not going to do you any good anyway in this situation. So find the best way that you can ground yourself, stay focused on the practical so you can like kind of move through this energy a bit easier. Anyway, I don't know what this is talking about, but I'm going to dive into the extended, see whatever else wants to come out. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, see it over there. But Virgo, if this is where we leave things, sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best. See you in the next reading. Take care.